Good morning. Sorry I'm late. About 3 minutes. I made it for 10 past thinking I would make that, but sorry. It's the 3rd of October. Good morning. Hope you're all well. Morning, Caroline. Morning, Rosie. Hope you've had a good week and a lovely weekend. So yes, this week it's just going to be eBay sales that are going out, things that have sold this week. Well, actually, not just this weekend, because we had the strikes, didn't we? Strikes, Royal Mail strikes. Was it Thursday, Friday, Saturday? Or Friday, Saturday, anyway. So I've got everything since then that's going out. The Vinted I did get dropped off at the Parcello shop yesterday. Vinted's been pretty consistent actually over the weekend. Plenty was going out, but I thought, I'll get all that because that's all tends to be bigger packages. It's like all my clothing and stuff. A couple of bigger packages and lots of jewelry going out. So I will let you know what's happening there, and I'll give you an overview of the week. Morning, Steve-O. So, hi, Double Karma. Let me know how your sales have been over the week, how they were at the weekend, because it was payday weekend. Yeah, I felt it was, I know some people get paid in the middle of the month and all the rest of it, but I had a real uptick yesterday, and I saw on Insta a lot of people were having good days of sales at the weekend. So I think payday for the majority, and people were spending. But I'm really trying to clear some stuff. I've realised that, well, certainly I've got stuff that's been on there like a year and a half and stuff, apart from the few months when I closed down in the summer. So I'm like, right, this stuff really has to go. I really have to clear it. So I've got lots of stuff that's literally going for £7 plus shipping. It will be my money back in a couple of quid, but it's time to move it on. It does all mount up as well. And the other thing is, I'm in a real quandary about whether to, I can't ban myself from sourcing, I just can't, but to be very considered about my purchases. There was, because I've been sourcing some rings from Vinted, and there was a couple I was after yesterday, and I stopped myself. I was like, no, I think I really need to sell through some of my stuff and see that profit building up before I keep spending. And it's very easy for me to spend, let me tell you. Very easy. It only takes a bit of a bored day or anything like that. Yes. So a few more hellos. Hello, Julie. Hi, Pete. Julie's sales have been good. Good. Morning, Crispy. Pete, slow weekend, but 4 up to now today. Oh, mate, that's strange, isn't it? Sometimes I remember that on Monday mornings I used to get a few sales, and it's like people have been thinking about it over the weekend and gone, oh, actually, I will get that just before they go to work. Morning, Catherine. Morning, Jill. Morning, Peter. Hi, diddly ho. Pete, yesterday was last sourcing for me till 90% listed. What, 90% of your allowance, do you mean? Or because, yeah, I think that's what you mean. It was my last local boot, Sad Times, that I can cycle to this Saturday. I did get a few bits, actually. I got some more, got a couple vintage Thomas quilts. There was Go Well, 50p each, can't go wrong. Yeah, got some bits and bobs. So, I mean, I say it's worth the cycle ride. I'd go anyway, I'd just catch up with everybody when I'm there. That's my life. But yeah, that's that really now till April. Yeah. So it's laying on a Saturday morning now. Oh, Pete, until you've listed 90% of your stockpile. I haven't got a mass. Well, no, I say that. I've got quite a few rings I could list. Hello, Kath. First time I made it. Good morning, everybody. Good morning. Welcome. Is that a little mouse in your little circle? So, right, yeah, I'll show you. I'll quickly do an overview of the sales in the week. So even though yesterday was a great day, it's been so freaking poor each day. So I would be aiming for £100 turnover a day on eBay. Mind you, I have been doing stuff on Vinted, and maybe I'm not allowing for that. But the 7-day turnover is still less than, it's only just less than 700. Well, the 7-day turnover is 65350. Yeah, I guess to be fair, I've more than done that on Vinted. So yeah, Vinted is mopping up the end of what eBay is not delivering. So when did I see you? Monday, which was a shite day on eBay. So these are my turnovers for the last week. £36.30. Tuesday was great. £148.50. I'm only looking for 100 ideally. £79.50 Wednesday, and then we get really Thursday £43. Friday £44, and I was like, Friday everyone's getting paid. Here we go, £44. Saturday £52. And I was like, oh, like, okay, I thought you'd been paid. And then Sunday, £258.50. So yeah, but the last 7 days are still like about 50 quid under what I'd usually be aiming for on eBay. Stuff is being mopped up on Vinted, but it's different stuff that I sell on there. It tends to be like clothing that I'm not putting on eBay. Generally, it's different stuff. Yeah, I think that works for me to have it as a separate doodah, really. Yeah, so active listings at the moment are 866, and ideally I would clear this down and drop a shop, I think. To be honest, I'm hoping to do like 3/4 of my yearly profit income this year in Q4, so things need to move. Right, let's show you what's going out. See what orders. Oh, good morning, Clever Renato. Welcome. Good evening, Dawn Sherry Paul. Right. I've got a couple of hard goods, and the rest is, I'll say that. I've got a couple of non-jewelry items, and then loads of jewelry. So I'm going to show you the jewelry first. Now, yeah, I've got some rings, got some great sales on the rings, and I have a ton of smaller items going for £7 plus ship. But yeah, and another thing that you might be interested in, I did do an Insta post yesterday, if you want to look at that, on like some of the juicier sales from September, like a roundup, some of which you'll have seen, some of which you won't. Morning, Rachel. And where are we? Where did we start? Yeah, okay, from this brooch. Rachel, did you see new Vinted terms of service? No. What are they, Rachel? It's not business sellers, is that? Tell me the new terms. Right, so okay, here we go. This is a nice, lovely Scottish style brooch. God, it would look nice against this, wouldn't it? £10 plus ship. It says Scotia on the back, which, you're not gonna be able to see that, but in that little thing it says Scotia. Lovely, I like that one. Should I? No, I'm just going to go in order of how they sold, because that will make it easier. So a Ringo. Now, yeah, piss yourself laughing at this if you like, but I was thinking about, I am an overthinker. You know that. I didn't even know I have to state that, but yeah. So my latest thoughts are like using a bit of psychology. So I follow lots of other jewelry sellers, and I look at their solds and like, okay, they managed to achieve that price for. I recommend doing it because it does give you ideas as well. Oh, they managed to achieve that price for that. Okay, I've got rings like that. Well, maybe I should put the price up on those ones. And so on my chunkier rings, I put the price up, and I've sold a few of them at the new price. And so this one I'm going to show you now, sold at the new price of £30. So this, plus ship. I mean, it's a lovely chunky ring, you know, just right on my street. And yeah, I've had that on at 22, 25, and it's sold at 30. I know it could be the right person looking for it, but the other thing I was thinking, because the reason I put it up to 30, seeing some other people sold, is, I don't think I said this last week, but you know how in if you're not sure of something, like maybe you're a bit out of your comfort zone of what you know you should be paying for something. So like you can be stood in the supermarket and you're like, oh, I want a sort of reasonable wine. I don't really know what I'm looking at, so I won't go for the cheapest. I won't go for the most expensive. I'll go for somewhere, you know. And I thought, well, maybe it's like that when you're buying, when, you know, you're like, oh, I want a decent ring. I won't go for the most expensive. I won't go for the cheap ones. That's what I was kind of thinking, that maybe they're going to go, right, I'm going to look at this price range. And, you know, that's a reasonable price for a really nice, lovely, chunky ring. So maybe that's the way. I might be talking out my ass. That's my latest thinking. So, yeah, anyway, £30 per ship. Oh, good morning, my beautiful Shelly Welly Belly. Just got back from my last interview. Oh, well done, Karen. I really hope, sorry, I should have texted this morning and said good luck with that, but I really, yeah, fingers crossed for you. Did they say when they'll let you know? Rachel, oh, there's a new business clause saying no business sellers. I think that was always on there, wasn't it? Karen didn't look at my sold, nothing is selling. Rachel comes in later in October, I think. That's always been the case, because they throw people off, say, we think you're reselling. That's not new, is it? Kath, there's definitely something to be said for not being the cheapest. Yeah, because sometimes it's like people might buy the cheapest and they want the cheapest. But in other areas, if you actually want to pay a reasonable amount to try and get a reasonable quality, then it doesn't work. So it goes the other way. Anyway, right, let's carry on. Right, this is it's a fish and crown. This it's gone for £8 per ship. Enamel cloisonné type job. There's a little fish and crown. Sometimes it's just a fish. So yeah, sometimes it's just a fish. A St. Justin. So that's, when was that for? Oh, I've recently put that back on. So this next one is a St. Justin, and this has been on since November last year. So that went for £8 per ship. Yeah, got quite a few repeat buyers actually looking at this, so that's good. Yeah, so you might think, oh, you could get more than that, but November last year, so that's what it's gone for. And yeah, there's a St. Justin. I think it's an SJC and St. Justin on that one. Don't know if you can see that. Harry, I saw your Potter sale. Nice. Yeah, there's another thing. The Harry Potter books, the sets. I was like, oh, I can't sell them. And so I'd taken them down and I'd left them like all stacked up in the garage. And then I thought, right, I've got to get rid of these. And so I was looking at sales and I'm like, hang on, people are achieving decent prices for these still. So I listed them all at decent prices, and they're all going to the US on decent prices. I mean, that's the other thing. I think, you know, with the dollar and everything, more stuff's going to the US again. Rachel, I don't think it was actually in the terms before. Oh, right. Well, there's still been chucking people off saying it's not for resale, though. So, Kath, no, unfortunately, it's not that no business sellers has been removed. It's been added. It wasn't apparently officially in the terms, but they've been using it for ages, saying it's not for resellers. So they're just making it official, I think. Good morning, Ashley. Oh, there is a great book that talks about the irrationality of rationality and explains how to price items. A guy invented the penny paracetamol to help health cost. No one bought it. So that's very interesting. It's very interesting. Good morning, sunshines. Morning, funky Neil. Ashley, he raised the price to £3 or $3 and sold millions. Yeah. Totally. That's really interesting. Thank you. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Right. So, and some little Monet clip-ons. One of the October last year. These have been on since. So £7 plus ship. I used to be able to get a lot more for this sort of thing, but this is, I think this is the climate we're in, and I'm shifting stuff. So, yep, £7. A little pilgrim. I mean, the bigger pilgrim kind of necklaces would probably still fetch more. That's just a little pendant. That's £7 per ship. I'll tell you the other thing I can spot at a glance here, which is quite interesting. Even if you've got the automated promoted listings on, you would think, oh, everything's going to sell at promoted then, but it's not. I'm looking, and because it says sold via promoted in green, and lots of them aren't sold via promoted. In fact, looking at this, it's maybe 2/3 promoted and 1/3 not, even though it's on automatic. So that's quite interesting. You get the odd bonus. Neil, I've seen a decent uptick in GSP sales to the US. Gotta love the toys. Yeah. That's all I'm going to say about that. Right, so this is a lovely one. £8 per ship. I think that's a bargain. But it's been on since October last year. So, yeah, the Scottish star brooches do really well. Another Ringo. This has just gone on. And this is one of those, this has got some weight to it, actually. It's a chunky. It has got 3 little stones in it, which I didn't know what they were. It's like a brushed silver band right up my street, this sort of thing, selling this. It's got some weight. Did I put the weight in it? I didn't put the weight in it, but it is a heavy one. And that went for, that's me sending out an offer actually, £25 plus ship. That just went on last month. Happy with that. Another pilgrim. I did buy a lot of these as like a job lot at one point off of eBay, I believe. Don't know if that was in lockdown. When did it get listed? December last year. Could have been, couldn't it? No, we're out of lockdown then. I don't know. Anyway, £7 plus ship. Got quite a few of these little pilgrim studs left, so I'm just clearing those out. Oh, this is beautiful. This went on and Watchers Bing straight away sold. Was it that night? Put it on at the weekend. And a very kind person, you know, occasionally you'll get a message, or I do anyway, saying maybe other people know what they're doing all the time. Oh, I think you've got the stone wrong in that. And she was so polite about it. And she said, she was like apologizing for mentioning it. And I was like, thank you so much, because I thought I had a rainbow quartz. I just thought, what else could it be? Because they go a bit grey in the, let's see, in sort of like moonstone-ish in the shadows. And I was trying to find out what could it be. And she said, it looks like white opals. And so I looked up all the images of white opals and thought, oh my God, you're absolutely right. I said, do you know your stones? And then I could see she's a jewelry seller, and she went, yeah, and that's what, and she showed me some examples of hers. And thank you so much. So I changed the listing. So white opals, can you see that? It's not, can't see if it's focusing or not, but it's looking beautiful. It's like an owl, and it went for £37 plus ship within the day. So that's really stunning. I love selling things like that. Really a bit different. Now this one, right, this is at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 items all gone to the same person. So they spent £43 plus ship, and they like their Damascene. They also like, so gorgeous Limoges. Again, it's the sort of thing which I feel should command more money than it does, but again, but it doesn't. And here's all the Damascenes they bought. So the Damascene, this black and gold. So I need to find out if I think I've just certainly found one that's fallen off that I need to relist. On that gorgeous little ship. Yeah, so that's all going to the same person. And then let's just check chat. Neil, if you have 50% final value fee offer applies to the next 100. Yes. Ashley, got to go. Bloody dogs went out. Oh, well, one out. Right. Have fun. Neil, sales. If you end all your listings and sell some, it will be 50% off your next 100 sales. Correct. Yes, I had clocked that. And I doubt if, who was I chatting to? Dressing Darling watches me, but if you are, I do apologise because she didn't, well, and assuming she didn't ever get it, everyone was saying, oh, I've got the 50% final value fee offer, and she didn't have it. And I messaged her saying, it's all right, eBay hates me too, I haven't got it either. And then I didn't at that point, and then it hadn't appeared. And then when I was looking through my messages, I found a message with it on. So yes, I am making the most. I'm already like, so everything that was coming up to end has been relisted, and everything's been relisted now. So making the most of that 50% off final value fee. I was going to add something to that, but I don't know. Yeah, you can list as many as you like, but it's the first 100 sales, the first 100 to sell within 30 days and that have been listed between you accepting the offer, which was last week sometime, and is it the 9th of October, I think? I think we've got 6 more days to list. Right, but it's only the first that sell that you get the offer on. So, I mean, obviously, lots of these £7-pounders and that, they're getting the offer, but you'd like it to be all on big items, but you know, that's the way it is. I've got one big item coming up. Yes, Funky Neil, eBay ran that offer 3 times in Q4 last year. I do remember it coming up twice, but 3 times, was it? Yes, please. We could definitely do with it. And I am listing like a beast, trying to make the most as well. Right, so carrying on. This is pewter. It's made in Malta by a brand called Moda. It's gone for £7 plus ship. Modernist abstract. It looks like peas in a pod, doesn't it? I've said. Yeah, you probably won't be able to see that, but it says Moda Malta on the made in Malta on the bottom. Another Ringo, another good one, went on last month. The lovely big green agate there. I mean, this is what you want when you want a chunk. I mean, I can't wear things like this because my hands are too small, just look ridiculous. But if you've got the personality or the stature for this, I think absolutely well, no, I wouldn't be covered in them, but I would wear these. So yeah, because it's bezel set. Look at that, thick and chunky. I just think that's lovely. £25 plus ship, which I think also is a good price. Yes, I have seen actually. I don't know where they're coming from, but when I'm doing my searches, I look at what's sold in categories I'm selling in, but I also keep an eye on what's available for sale. And oh my God, there's some cheap silver rings on there. I know that some of them will be really thin and it will break, but there are some that are looking half decent and they are so cheap. I'm like, well, I can't compete with that. I need to sell through as quick as I can and be very careful about what I spend on my items for resale. What's next? Right, this is, I think this brand, this is another £7, but I think this brand might be more known in the US. Oh no, I don't know. It's K&L, which is Emeric K&L cords and Lichtenfels German design brooch. It's only gone for £7, but just love the design of that. Looking gorgeous as a K&L on the back there. So not, you know, not making money or anything, but I think the person that gets that will be very happy. Another £7, just a little. I've got a few of these pendants. I think I did go like last year. I thought I've got tons of pendants. That's fine. I've got loads of chains. Let's put them together and pop them on. And they do sell now and again. This is another £7 plus ship, which is fine. You know, because the cost of that's like negligible. We've got a vintage Capri, like mid-century type brooch. These are a bit 10 a penny. That one went for £10 plus ship. A lot of them are unbranded, or, you know, like, I can't think of the brands, but there's a Capri on the back of that in that little rectangle. I think someone will be happy with that as well. You've got to watch those because they sometimes do come quite tarnished. Where's that? I've missed one. Oh yeah, a little star brooch. Again, £7 per ship. It's like, there we go. I mean, this brooch has been on since July last year. Jesus H. Yeah, time to move it along. But it's like, I don't know, I guess £7 per ship is a bit of a sweet spot on the brooches. Yes, right. And then a couple more larger items. This handbag went for £20 plus ship. And this is by Butler and Wilson, which I know is sold on QVC. It's also got a chain thing. Can you see there? Butler and there we go. Butler and Wilson there. And the lady I bought it from at the boot, I think I paid £2 or £3. So it's gone for 20 plus ship. I said, oh, Butler and Wilson. Yeah, I said they do the brooches, like the sparkly brooches, but I didn't realise that. I mean, I suppose this is quite blingy as well, isn't it? They do accessories, so I just knew them for the brooches. So yeah, anyway, £2 or £3 from one of the last. I think that was the last boot when I had the hire car, and I just ran around at the end going, yes, I'll buy that, because I was like, oh gosh, it's like I won't be coming back ever. And then, oh, good morning, Heather. Ooh, snazzy handbag. I know, Butler and Wilson, the brooch people. Bobby Dazzler. Yeah, I know. Hopefully somebody's going to be using that at Christmas. Yeah, it's fabulous, isn't it? And then, last but not least, the Ember mug that I showed you on a haul recently that I got for £3 because I looked it up. Now, they do sell for more than this, but the ones that are selling for more are, so even though this was like new inside, I think I still sold it as used or something, but said, because like there's like boxware, but it's not used. But not used. Used, but not used. And this is only a 10 ounce, and it's like kind of, like maybe like an original one, and now they've moved on to a more latest design. So like if you look up and go, oh no, you could have got more for that, that's why it's a 10 ounce and it's not the latest design. However, bought for £3, sold for £60. I can cope with that. Thanks to Catherine for teaching me to look things up when you're not there. So yes, look out for these. And yeah, I put it on like thinking, oh, I've got this final value fee offer, start getting some of the more expensive stuff on. And I think I ended up with, within the day, something like 18 watches. I was like, freaking heck. And I literally wanted to send an offer out just to get one of them to buy like 5% because I can't help myself. And I literally went to like, I'm going to send a 5% off or out. So, oh my God, where is it? Oh no, they haven't taken it down. Where is it? And like, whilst I was trying to find the thing to send out 5% off, somebody bought it at full price. So happy days. And yeah, got the fun value offer on that. Catherine, you're welcome. It's that crying face. £3 was a major bargain. Yeah. Yeah. Be nice to have, I was going to say one of those a week, but nice to have one a day, really, wouldn't it? Yeah, so that, I think that is everything that's going out. I'm going to do some listing. Oh, it's coming up to half an hour. I think that's just a nice time as well. Yes, thank you for joining. Drop me a comment down below and let me know how your sales have been this week. And give me a thumbs up if you've enjoyed. And, oh, good morning, Bill Simone, sorry. Have a lovely week. Yeah, let's try and make the most of this offer if you've got it. list as much as you can. If you want to clear, send out those offers, because that's what I'm doing. And hopefully next week, around next Monday, we'll have just as much going out, and I'll be happy with that. Have a joyous week, everyone. Thank you, Neil. Bye-bye, don't die.